Hi guys, today we're going to work on our perspective snowman. Perspective in art is a technique that people use so things look like they have depth to them or look like they're three-dimensional. It also means a point of view. We're going to create a snowman as if we were laying on the ground or really low on the ground and looking up at him. So to start off, we need a piece of paper. We're going to hold it vertically. Vertically means straight up and down. And I'm going to use a Sharpie, but you can go ahead and use a pencil if you want to, just in case you make a mistake, because if you make a mistake with a Sharpie, there's not really any erasing it. Also, if you have a piece of paper that's a little bit thicker than regular paper, if you have cardstock, that will help. But if not, no worries, just use what you have. Use a piece of white paper if you have it. So we're going to find the middle of our paper. Right here. I'm going to bring it down to the bottom. So the middle of the bottom is right about here. And then the middle of the side right about here. And I'm going to make a curve coming from the middle of the side, cutting through towards the center and going down towards the bottom of my page. This is going to be the bottom of our snowman, believe it or not. So this is the very bottom base of the snowman that we've got. Next, the center of this, we're going to make another portion, something like this. This is going to be the middle of our snowman. All right, so remember, we're looking up at it. So we're gonna see this bottom part of the snowman is gonna be the biggest thing because it's closest to us. The middle part of the body is smaller, it's further away. And then finally, we're gonna have our head. Before I put my head there, I think I'm gonna add a little bit of a scarf shape. No, that might be too confusing. All right, so my head, it's gonna go right about here, okay? So my head is gonna go right in this section right about here. All right, so we have our big snowball, medium snowball, smallest snowball, and we are looking up at the snowman. So if we're looking up at it, that means the things that are on the snowman are gonna look a little bit different to us, as well as just the body. So for instance, typically most snowmen, or a lot of snowmen, have carrot noses. Our carrot nose is not going to be right here in the middle. It's going to be towards the top because remember, we're looking up at it. So I'm going to give a carrot nose right about here, and it's going to go up. And this is a good case for me having drawn with pencil because I can't really erase that line there. But I'm going to go ahead and make it look like it's not too bad. All right, so then the eyes. I'll make two eyes made out of coal, really, really close to the top, and then our mouth. I like to make big circles and then they get a little smaller as they go off to the side. For my mouth, you can do what you want to for your mouth. Next, same thing with the buttons going down the middle. The button that is lowest on the page is going to be biggest because it's supposed to look like it's closest to us. Then they get a little smaller and a little bit smaller. You can leave a little white spot in there for highlight if you want to. Next, we've got our hat, which we wouldn't really be able to see too much of. So I'm gonna make a little zigzag here for sort of some fur. And then I'll just have my hat kind of going off the page here in this area. And I can make some stripes or a little pattern to my hat. A little pom-pom. And then we need some arms and we need a scarf. So on the sides of the middle of the body, we'll go ahead and try not to make just we're gonna make a stick, but we're not gonna make it in the sense that it's going to be a stick, right? A regular stick line. We're going to make a branch, if you will. So maybe have it look a little bit realistic. I'll have a little piece coming off here with a little circle like it's chopped off. Maybe some lines that aren't so straight and perfect, because really, have you ever found a perfect stick when you were looking for it to create a snowman? Never found a perfectly straight one. We'll go ahead and we'll make these. This will look like it's got some fingers. Something like that. See how I made these little ovals so it looks like it's sort of chopped off there? Okay, so there's one stick. We'll do another stick. But first let's do that scarf. Okay, so I'll make this little line here. Curve this around. I've got my scarf. It's flapping in the breeze. Get this other part of my scarf down here. Maybe make a pattern on it if you want to. Stripes, polka dots, whatever you want. It's up to you. And then we need that other arm. We'll have this go behind our scarf. So we'll have this here and maybe have some little fingers, if you will, sort of going off the page here. And there we have our snowman. We are looking up at him. I'm going to redo this because of these lines here and this line here. So I'm going to go ahead and redo this, and then next time I see you, we're going to quote unquote paint this. We're not going to paint it in the sense of getting out our paint tray. We're going to paint it using marker. So next time I see you, what I'd like you to have is outline your snowman in permanent marker if you have it. If you don't have permanent marker, just press really hard with your pencil so it stays dark. And then I want you to get some water-based markers. Usually a Crayola marker is water-based, so if you have any Crayolas, use those. Otherwise, it might say water-based, as long as it doesn't say permanent on it, okay? You don't want to use a permanent marker for the coloring process. Don't color it in yet, though. We're going to color it in together when I see you next because we're going to paint it with marker. I'll see you then.